What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to Tom and Joey Entertainment. I'm your host, Tom, aka Picklebat, and I know exactly what everyone is thinking. Where's Joey? Where'd he go? Is he here? Is he in the background? No, Joey's not here. What this means is I finally got the recording equipment that we've been waiting for since the start of this channel. What that also means is that in the future when we do gaming videos, me and Joey will be on the same screen so you can see our reactions, you can see how we play, basically be involved in our games one-on-one like you're here with us every single video. To piggyback off of one of Joey's previous videos, I'm going to do top 5 games of 2017 that I'm most excited for. So without further ado, let's get this going. Number 5, Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is a really interesting new game that's going to be only for PlayStation. For me personally, kind of sucks because I only have Xbox One, but fortunately Joey has PS4, so I'm sure I'll be bumming it off him a lot. Horizon's kind of an interesting game because it's completely original. It's a new storyline, a new environment. I really like the idea of like the nature with like robotic, almost machine-based enemies. I think it's a really cool concept. Combined with the next-gen graphics and just sort of this new wave of technology with just the scenery being absolutely gorgeous, I think this game could be potentially the game of the year. I'll give credit to any game that comes out with new original screenplays, dialogue, cinematography, everything, just solely because, I mean, coming out these new ideas, at least nowadays, seems pretty rare. Horizon Zero Dawn is a great RPG, which is something that I always look forward to just because it's just a way to get more immersed into the characters, immersed in the scenery, and immersed in the games. Especially with an open world format, I think that Horizon Zero Dawn has the great potential to be one of the best games of all time, if not of the year. Number 4, South Park: A Fractured But Whole. Now, it's pretty much a rule of thumb for Joey and myself to look at a game, and we always say that if it's followed by the words "the game," we immediately write it off. For example, Spider-Man, the game. Transformers, the game. Anytime a movie or TV show tries to branch out into video games, we almost always think it's going to be a bust. When South Park: Stick of Truth came out, I could not have been more pleasantly surprised. That game was absolutely hysterical, and it was like creating your own episode, but you were the creator. There was tons of inside jokes, there was a ton of customization. It was an awesome game, just in general. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are the creators of South Park, and it's no secret that they just love expanding their base. I couldn't have been more thrilled because honestly, I didn't think they would make another video game because they said that they hated it, but somehow here we are. I'm really excited to see how they kind of twist and tweak the newer seasons and throw in characters like PC Principal and some of the newer jokes, but I'm sure that the game will be flawless. The characters are hysterical, the customization of weapons, the different storylines you can go, and again, all the inside jokes just make the game an absolute blast to play. Number 3, Halo Wars 2. Now, any RTS game is going to get me really excited. Anyone who knows me and knows my gaming strategies, I love RTSs. Age of Empires, Halo Wars 1, from way back in the day to modern day, I love these styles of games, even though they do take all day to play. Halo Wars 2 is something interesting just because it's a new concept of the Halo series that we don't really get to see very often. You get to build your own armies, you get to play co-op online, you can play this campaign that's actually really fun if you've never gotten a chance to play with. It's a little bit different obviously than an FPS, so personally I like playing it on the computer better, so I'll probably get a PC copy. But that being said, I think Halo Wars 2 is a really fun game, and I think it's something that you can really play online and utilize that with your friends pretty much to the fullest extent. Halo 3 was one of the first games that really got me into the whole multiplayer concept, so Halo Wars 2 is something that I'm really excited for. Number 2, God of War. God of War is an all-time classic for any PlayStation player that's ever played the series. I myself am a huge Greek mythology fan, so if you're telling me I get to be a Spartan warrior and go out and just fight these mythical beasts all day long, man, I could not be more excited. With the new version and the new edition of God of War, it's kind of like an awakening of the series because, again, it's next gen. The graphics are just going to be out of this world and just take to the game basically to new heights. Now, there's going to be a new storyline where you kind of pick up on the bloodline of Kratos, go through his son, and go through the Zeus bloodline, and from what I've read, they're kind of being a little bit vague about all that, but again, I'm glad because I like playing through the games, learning all the little details and all the different storylines, and if it's a new God of War storyline, it's going to be absolutely flawless. Number 1, Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. Now, Crash Bandicoot for nostalgic purposes has been one of my favorite games ever, period. I have a PlayStation 2 right now, and if you look in the disc tray, you will find a Crash Bandicoot game in it, and I still play it to this day. Getting away just from my personal opinion, I think that Crash Bandicoot Bandicoot is just a reminder of what games used to be, and it was just simple. You pick up the game, you play it, there's no online, there's no real other add-ons, it's just a game for the sake of being a game, and I love that. Crash Bandicoot, again, is an original idea, and I really like the idea that they didn't really add much to it other than, hey, let's just make the graphics absolutely flawless. Crash Bandicoot, again, one of my favorite games of all time, but if you're telling me that I get to play one of my childhood favorites, if not my most favorite game as a kid, and I had to play with updated graphics, really immerse myself on a super high def TV, that gets me going. Crash Bandicoot is one of those games that I just think is timeless, and you can play through once, twice, 3 times, and it's just as fun every time. That being said, there are 3 editions, so you get the first one, the second one, and Warped. Warped is my personal favorite. You get to basically play through all of them, and I'm sure that'll kill a lot of time, but it's something you can put down, pick back up, put down, pick back up throughout as you're playing other games like God of War, whatever. Crash Bandicoot for me personally is my most anticipated game in 2017, but hey, it's just my opinion. If you guys thought that there's a couple other games that you would like to see, then just smash that comment button, let us know what you think. A couple honorable mentions that I think still deserves some notoriety, definitely The Last of Us 2, Kingdom Hearts, and The Legend of Zelda. I think all of those are kind of classics in the gaming community, and the only reason why I didn't incorporate them personally was because I didn't play them a ton as growing up outside of Zelda. I played a lot of Zelda, but I kind of gotten out of the series just in general. But Kingdom Hearts and The Last of Us have a huge popular fan base, and I just think that those games will probably be everyone's at least top 5. But just personally, I didn't play them that much, so I just can't give you that much of a credible opinion about it. And as always, if you liked the video, let us know in the comments, give us any feedback, show any love for any games that you thought should have been in the list, do whatever, give us any feedback. This is all for you, and this is what keeps us going. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to keep tuning in. And as always, I'm Tom. We'll see you next time. Peace.